Alright, I'm just going to make a brief video showing the effects of lens flare, because there's quite a few images and videos out there that show little bits of what seem to be, some people describe them as orbs or spirit lights in the photos and videos. And majority of them are just simply down to lens flare. And no disrespect to anybody out there, if you see these little lights and if you see these little lights or these little orbs of light in your videos and photos and you want to believe they're spirit, then by all means, if that gives you comfort, then no disrespect, I'm not going to take that away from you at all. But I just want to demonstrate the effects of lens flare and what it can actually look like and appear like. So in this room, it's daylight, as you can see, and as I'm moving my phone around, there's no like orbs or alleged spirit lights around or anything like that, none whatsoever. So if I turn this little light on here, where's the button? And there we go. We have what some people, and it's just about there. Now people might think that that is a spirit light or an orb, but it's just lens flare. The same effect will happen if you're outside and the light source, in this case it's just a little video light, but outside it will be the sun, and you'll get little lights like that, and it's just basically down to lens flare. And you move your phone and the orb or spirit light would appear to move, but it's not an orb and it's not a spirit light, it's just basically lens flare. You can move the phone up and it will move with the movement of your phone. Now, the alleged orb or spirit light will look different depending on the actual light source. So this one here is actually showing the actual image of what the light would be if it were switched off. Centre of it, basically. There we go. That's basically showing what the centre of the light source would be if it wasn't switched on. But like I say, if you move your phone, you'll see that what would be described as an orb or a spirit light, you'd see that that's moving with the movement of the phone. Or of course, depending on the position of the sun, if this light was a sun and it moves different times of the day, the light will appear in different areas, and it's even showing up as different colours. Like there it's blue and there it's green, or a yellowy green. But like I said, majority of these spirit light photos that you see, when there's a light source involved, like the sun or a light, majority of them is just lens flare. That's all it is, just lens flare. If you think you've got a real orb or spirit light, then you'd see something like that, but without the light source. So whenever you see that light, like that. And there's a light source in the picture or video as well, then it'll be lens flare. And as you may have seen, if I move my finger in front of that light source, it blocks out what the lens is getting. Therefore, your lens flare is cured, pretty much. But that's all those little lights are, it's just lens flare. And like I said, they change colours because of the optics of the lens and what have you. But that's all it is, just lens flare, nothing more. As I say, you get the same effect outdoors with the sun. But as I say, no disrespect to anybody out there that sees these little lights. If you think they're spirit lights, then fine. I'm not going to take that away from you. That would be wrong for me to do that. If you think that, if it's giving you comfort, then fine. Then fine. I'm just telling what it is. As a seasoned investigator, I'm just telling you, putting it out there and telling you what those little lights are. It's just lens flare. That's all it is. As I say, if you get comfort from what you're seeing, I'm not going to take that away from you. But as I say, you've got more chance of those little lights being potentially spirit lights or orbs if there's no light source in the room and you see those lights still. But if there's a light source and you get it, then all it is lens flare. Simple. I just hope that helps people out there understand a bit better what these actual little lights are that they sometimes see in pictures with lights and sunlight. It's not spirit light, unfortunately, it's just lens flare. But if you take comfort from it and think it is spirit, then fine. As I said, I'm not going to take that away from you. Not whatsoever. I'm just putting out simple facts. I just hope that it helps.